All right, what's up, guys? We're here for another video. Thank you for clicking on it. This one is the R35S versus the R36S. I don't know if it's really a versus match, but it's just, we got them side by side right here. And they're basically the same thing. This is RK3326. This is RK3326S, whatever that means. I'm not sure. Slightly more powerful. This has a battery that can be removed, has a little latch on the back. This one doesn't. This one has the thumbstick and the D-pad at the bottom. This one has them at the top and has recessed thumbsticks down here. This is the more ergonomic design, in my opinion. Just to get straight to the point, if I was to pick one, this would be it. It's a little bit bigger. I'm just going to open this one and just kind of show what's going on with it, but there's a problem. Last night I tried to film this video, and in the process of starting this up, the SD card got fried. I don't know what happened, it just didn't work. So I couldn't do the whole comparison side by side of the operating systems and stuff like I wanted to do. But what I'll do here today is I'll show you what the system looks like when an SD card gets fried or just breaks or doesn't work anymore. And it could look a different way, but this is how this one looks. So in the future, I'll be flashing ArcOS to a new card and installing it on this system. Maybe I'll make a video about that and how to do that and deal with the troubleshooting. There's a lot of them out there, but we'll see. I'll recommend some stuff and I'll list some stuff in the description below. So let's just open up this one first, the R35S. Might as well show you the back of the box real quick. R3326, MAME G31 MP2. All that stuff that you see here, you probably know more about than I do. But I know what this is capable of playing, and this is pretty similar. So let's just pull this one out and give you an overview of the console itself. Quintessential white foam. I like that they do that, protect the device. So we have the device. I'll just set this aside for a quick second, just so you can see what comes in the box. We got this cheap plastic, decent length USB-C to USB-A cable, and we have the manual. So with the manual, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to hold the pages nice and steady as I can. As steady as I can, and let you guys pause it and read it for yourself, so you don't need to hear me reading everything that's going on. And if you have any questions about something, feel free to ask me in the comments. All right, let me try to get this in focus so we can do it. Okay, R35S instructions. Appearance diagram. So the shortcut keys are right there. Different emulators. Some special instructions. And the specs right here. You can kind of go over those. Get that in focus. But basically, it's the open source Linux RK3326 ARM64 quad core A3 or A35 CPU up to 1.5 gigahertz. DDL3 RAM 1 gig, and it can take an SD card up to 256 gig. I thought it'd be 512, but 256 is all you'll need for the games that you'll be playing on here. So yep, it has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack for those who, you know, need that. There's a lot of people out there that's a deal breaker for them if there's no headphone jack on a handheld, because you take it places and you don't want to disturb people. So all right, so what I'm going to do is just go over the device itself and show you the ergonomics, and then I'm going to try booting it up just to show you what it looks like with a fried SD card. So here we are. I can't remember how much I showed in the previous video in regards to the ergonomics and how everything works, but the D-pad and the buttons are a little tight. It's well known. Everybody's talked about it already, but they're okay. And honestly, they break in. Like, I can tell that they get better at with use, but they're kind of weird. They have these. You see that that little arc right there? That right there, the arch. These two buttons are connected, and these two are, so that they stay in place. That was their solution, instead of putting like the three little prongs on each button. And that might have something to do with the way they feel, however they feel, but I think it has to do with the membranes. And for me, like, I'm all about Ambernic membranes. They'll fit. I'll probably be giving them a try and seeing if they work. D-pad is fine. It's a little tight. It's got a nice pivot. But having them down on the bottom, obviously, is not ideal. I like them to be up top. So, but any games that do utilize the thumbstick is actually kind of nice to have it up top. So for me, like, the game I always end up testing for things like N64 would be Mario Kart. You know, this would work out well. But for all my retro games where I'd be using a D-pad, which is most of the stuff, I'd prefer it to be up top. The buttons in the back are really clicky. I mean, that's a loud click. It's not something that is a deal breaker, but they're louder than a lot of other devices. Like, if you look at the RG35XX, do I have it right here? Listen to the click on the back of these buttons. They're just so much quieter. It's like a higher pitch, but much quieter and easier to press. So right here we have your SD card. Which one is this? This is the operating system. Then this is your volume rocker. You got your power, your reset, and this is your game card. So I'm pretty sure the game card is fine in here, and the operating system card is what went bad, but this one will probably end up going bad too. So you got to change these cards out with decent cards. Something like this, SanDisk, or this one won't fit. This is too big, but let's try turning it on and just see what happens, so you get an idea of what it looks like when you have bad card. You see, I'm new to this. I still don't really know where all the buttons are on this thing. That's it. All right, so now you see. Let me see if I can zoom in. That's it. So there's nothing I can do. Nothing happens, and then it just shuts off. So I've tried putting in the card from this one into here to see if it worked, just out of curiosity, and that didn't work. So I'm gonna have to flash ArcOS to a new card and get this one going again. And I planned on doing that anyway, so that's okay. You know, I always want to have quality SD cards in my systems, but unfortunately we won't be able to look at this one anymore for this video, but at least we have it in the other video. I did some little testing with Grand Theft Auto and Mario Kart, so maybe I'll do the same thing on this one. So now we're gonna set this one aside. Another thing, one more thing to note: no sticker right here. I prefer it with no sticker than with the sticker that this one comes with. So that's just something that is a personal preference. And then I would take the sticker off and get a sticker from SakuraRetroModding. He's the guy on Etsy that kicks down everybody with the dope PlayStation buttons, and he does a lot of different kinds of stickers, decals, and things like that for the retro console. Excuse me, for the retro consoles. And man, I just love the stuff he does. I have a pin switch from him, and I have an RG35XX that's decked out with his buttons. I'm going to do a video, I think, just kind of showing some of the stuff that I've got directly from him, because I've got quite a few things and I really like them. This is the Fun Key S right here, and this one is in the process of being modded. I put on a thicker back shell, and I have the battery for it, but I just need to connect it to a JST connector or whatever to properly plug it in. So that's a little mod I might do in a video in the future, because this thing, the original battery for it just died right away. So see how that works. All right, here we go. Game console. Resolution high. Eye protection 640 by 480. Wow. R36S gamepad. Major with a RetroArch logo. Chip. Doesn't say which one. It's 3326X. And TF card. I've already installed the TF card, or actually it was already installed, and had a little quality assurance sticker over top of it that I removed because I wanted to test it in the other one to see if it would work. Here's the back of the box. It says, so our CPU RK3326 quad-core ARM 64-bit Cortex A35 CPU up to 1.5 gigahertz. RAM is 1 gigabyte. DDR3L, 3.5-inch IPS full viewing angle, zero distance, OCA full laminated 640 by 480. 2.4 and 5 gig Wi-Fi, which is great. And it has Bluetooth 4.2, which should be fine. That's awesome. I need to figure out how to utilize that. That won't be something I'll figure out in this video, but PSP, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, PS1, Nintendo DS, N64, Capcom Play System 1, 2, and 3, Final Burn Alpha, Neo Geo, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, Super Famicom or Nintendo, Famicom, or Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, and Mega Drive or Genesis. And then there's a 32 milliamp hour battery, or 3200 milliamp hour battery. We have our little specs of the system on the side there. If you guys can see them, they're really light. I'm not going to continue reading everything to you guys. Probably have it on 1.5 speed right now anyway, and I don't blame you. All right, so this time, I have opened this already, but it didn't come in a little baggie like normally you would see when you get a device. It has this white foam or padding on it, and then it's in that kind of translucent bag. This one didn't have a bag, and it makes me wonder if it was a return or if somebody messed with it and put it back in the box. And I'll get back to that in a little bit as to why I kind of thought that. But let's just move this to the side. Before we get into this, let's just check out what's also in the box here. We have our USB-C, USB-A to USB-C charging cable, OTG or data, hopefully data as well. And what is this? This is the manual. Like, the manual is nothing compared to the R35S. This is just a sheet of paper. So I don't know, man. That's I don't understand why they wouldn't just provide more information if they could. But maybe it's just the person that I purchased this from. We'll have to see. There you go. There's that. Sorry if you hear the neighbors downstairs, but they're out. They're down there. They're on one. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna put this away. Set the box aside, and we're gonna start this thing up. All right, so let me zoom back out. So this right here is the R36S. It's a clone of a clone of a clone of a clone of probably a couple more clones. I think it probably started with Ambernick, but then it went to Powkitty RGB20S. We had the R35S. Now we have the R36S. It seems like they made the R35S and then we're like, whoops, we probably should have put the thumbsticks up that are up top, down on the bottom. But I like that it has 2 USB-C ports, because that allows you to kind of consoleize it. You're able to oh wait, no, for this you won't be able to consoleize it, but other systems that output to a TV can sometimes that's important thing to have. Like my X18S, it's got a HDMI out and a USB-C in, so I'm able to keep it charged while output to the TV. But this doesn't output to a TV. But you got one for charging, and then you have one for data. You have your 3.5-inch headphone jack, start, select. The D-pad isn't bad. I think that they've improved it a little bit. It's from the R35S. It seems to me that it's gotten a little bit better. It's responsive, it's tactile, it has a nice rolling feel, it's got a pivot, and maybe we can test it in Contra and see how it works on that, and test it in Street Fighter just to see. Everything feels good, you know? I mean, the only problem I have is these loud clicky back buttons I'm not a fan of. And one thing I noticed yesterday during my failed attempt at recording this video was that this button gets stuck. It's not doing it right now conveniently, but it does when in gameplay. It's down right now, see? And then I have to pull it up like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go in there and probably shave a little bit down or make room for it. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's a problem. And that will hinder your gameplay for sure. Seems like one of the other ones has a little bit of that same issue, but this one for sure. But it's something I can fix. So we got your power, your reset, game card. Did I go over all that already? I don't know. I mean, there's been a few times I recorded this and messed up and stopped and started over. So if I repeat myself, that's probably why. Here we go. This right here is the headphone jack. I mean, all right, that's what happens when you film with one take. That is the headphone jack there, but this is what I'm doing. This is the battery latch, so that's kind of cool. This one, other than, unlike the other one, you can take the battery out of this. You can put in a new battery. And what's kind of cool about that is that I've modded my RG35XX with a larger battery. So I have actually two RG35XX batteries that I'm hoping we'll be able to fit in here. I'm not going to try pulling this out right now, but it's kind of cool to know that you can have spare batteries and just put them in without needing a screwdriver. So you'll be able to, if you're on the go and you have a couple extra batteries, you just have to pull it out of the little, unplug it, and you're good to go. So I like that. I like that they made that accessible. I'm not complaining too much about the triggers because I know I could fix it, but there's people out there that would never think to open a device. So it's still it's something that I don't think should be acceptable. But in this game, these Chinese handhelds, it's kind of like you have to know that you're not gonna always get your way with things, especially if you're ordering on AliExpress, and there's a little risk involved. Quality control isn't always great, but and then customer service is not always great either. But what I was saying about check this out. So we have this sticker on the back of this one. The other one didn't have a sticker, and that's fine. But if you're gonna put a sticker on it, maybe try to figure out how to spell the proper word. So console. It's a game console. I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna mod that with a sticker from SakuraRetroModding. He's my favorite modder. I don't know if I've talked about him with you guys already, but yeah, he's the one that did the funky ass sticker I have here, and I have a bunch of other stuff that I'll show from him. I've filmed the first half of this video like 3 times, so I might have repeated myself 4 times already, and I'm not aware of it. So you guys are laughing at me on the other side of the screen for that you want to call it short-term memory loss. That's why. But let's start this thing up and just see how it goes. Here we go. Here's the power button. See how long it takes. You got a blue LED. Oh yeah, hear the neighbors. So now we're in. Okay, so you see, this is Emulation Station, and they have the theme set to look similar to a Nintendo Switch, which I don't mind. Oh, Nintendo DS, I like that, 15 games. And the number of games in each system is respectable because I don't want a bunch of duplicates and ROM hacks and stuff like that. So it looks like they have a pretty decent ROM list in here. You take see, this theme doesn't allow for a list, so that's not I'm not cool with that. I need a theme that I can see the game list. I don't want to, if there's hundreds and thousands of games, I don't want to have to go through them like this. It's cool that there's some box art in here. I wonder if it's all, yeah, there's not all the box art for everything. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go through the whole thing and see how many games per system. Then I'm going to try to change the theme or something to get a list of games so we can then play a couple. Just take note of each one if you want to know how many games are coming with each system. And feel free to listen to my neighbors down below. I'm wondering if the mic is picking them up. This is new. They're like probably wondering who I'm talking to right now. I think I'm talking to myself. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the Emulation Station main menu, and by doing that, I believe it, yeah, select and start. So this is how you get into the settings, and I'm glad that they actually provide the settings. Unlike like the M17 had Emulate on it, and they really dumbed down the settings to the point where you couldn't do things you need to do like display settings, and there was a lot of things that needed to be done afterwards to get that thing how we like it. But this one seems to have included everything. So it's been a long time since I've used Emulation Station. I have an old Android arcade box thing. It's like an S905 chip, and that's the last time I remember playing around with this menu too much, other than the M17, which was extremely limited. But UI display settings, brightness. Okay, so let's just see how bright it goes. I guess this is probably not the best example on this screen, but oh, it gets really dark. So this one's going to be pretty good for playing in bed at night, significant other. Not if you're using these buttons though. Let's see. Let's try to change theme. Okay, so display, that's it's on display. UI theme. All right, there we go. And look, it's a switch theme. So is this in focus? No, it's not. I'm sorry, guys. Just to zoom in a little bit. I hope this is just not too blurry. Yeah, we got a Nintendo Switch theme going on here. And we don't want that because everything is just side scrolled and it would take forever to go through the game lists. So I'm going to go into here, and these are the themes you can add to this. You just got to drop the themes in the proper folder on the card. But let's see, minimal. So we have ArcOS, Carbon. I don't want the minimal one. I know that I remember that one. Epic Noir. Is it that one? Let's try that. Epic Noir. Restarting. That's the one I wanted. All right. So this is very similar to the theme that they had on the R35S. I'm try to bring this down a little bit. Yeah, this is very similar to the R35S theme. So you press up and down to go through the different systems, and then options here, you can actually see your different options as a list as opposed to a bunch of icons. Favorites. See, this right here is what makes me wonder. There wasn't a bag inside of the box, and there's a favorites list. So either the seller added games to a favorites list based on what they think. They're actually pretty good games, but a lot of multiplayer games in there. But yeah, usually a favorites list would be empty when you get a new product. Oh, I pressed A, thinking that was B. So I'm gonna do this. Oh, I got back out. Okay, back out. Okay, Capcom System 1. So now we're gonna do a little bit of gameplay. Let's just check out the same games as always. American Laser Games, what is that? I don't know. Another Day, May 2003. Oh, I love The Simpsons. But you know, let's just for a minute, let's play a little. Oh, I did the 2-player one, but let's just see how MAME is running on here. If they have things mapped correctly and all that. What is going on? I guess you got to press A twice. Something's not right. All right, I'm gonna try the 4-player one. Okay, this one worked. See, that's the thing when you get these ROM lists from companies like dropshippers and stuff. You're gonna get some bad ROMs, and that's just like a pain in the ass. So, like, I always recommend to curate your own ROM list. Look on Reddit to find out how to do that if you don't already know. It's not hard. Some people will be intimidated by the process, but trust me, just try, read the instructions, and do it. It's very easy. Just follow the recipe. Alright, so something's not mapped. The D-pad isn't. So let's see if it didn't look like anything was mapped, like the D-pad or the analog stick. Okay, it's the analog stick. What did I do? Oh, see, that's a problem they have on here. I'm noticing when I hit the analog stick, if I press L3, it brings up the menu, and I can use the D-pad though, but I'd prefer to have my menu hotkey to be there or somewhere else, not on my, because I accidentally pressed the stick in while playing. You know, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm doing terrible, but all right. You know, we should back out of Simpsons and just test some of the higher end systems and see how it can run. All right, so press again to quit. So start and select twice to back out of a game, and you back out of your. So you click the game, and then they'll take you to the game like this. Then you click A again or press A again to start the game. I want to back out. Then I want to back out of the full list. So let's just move down to N64, and let's try some Mario 64. So I'm hoping that's A. And this should be Z. Am I? Oh boy, oh boy. So this should be Z. This should be A. This should be B. Let me zoom in a little bit more. You guys are going to want to see the screen more than anything, I'm sure. Get in focus. All right, Super Mario 64. No, I don't want to play Mario 64. I want to play Mario Kart. Yeah, we got Mario Kart in here. Where is it? How does there we go. All right. So this one from the game list, it was different than MAME. MAME, when I pressed A, it took me to another option for, I think it was 2-player or 4-player. That might have been what it was, but the 2-player one didn't boot up, and the 4-player one did. But this time when I pressed A, it took me directly in. All right, are we in focus here? Let's start. Select our player. All right, button seem mapped properly. You know, the R35S is actually more comfortable to play thumbstick games because they're up on top. The R36S is more comfortable to play D-pad games. So in this situation, this game is not going to be as comfortable as it would be with the R35S. So that might be something to take into consideration. But realistically, most of the stuff you're going to play is going to be D-pad games. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you guys something I was going to wait for another video. 3D printed grips. I have one. This is for the RGB 20S. I ordered it from RobbDot3D on Etsy, and I'm pretty sure it's going to fit. Nice. It's going to need some adhesive anti-slip strips in there. But look, okay, so we have a nice 3D printed grip from Etsy to make it more comfortable so you can reach the shoulder buttons and things. Let's see if the R35 fits in it. Yep, it does. All right, so I recommend this. If you want something comfortable for home, this is a good deal. It's a great grip. There's other grips, but that guy, he knows how to make a grip. All right, so let me zoom back in. I'm all over the place today. Sorry, guys. I don't have a script. Let's just try playing one run without the grip and then one run with the grip. All right, buttons are mapped correctly. Unlike the A390 video where, oh man, where my item button was Y, which is X on this one, but this is running so smooth. It's actually running smoother. I feel it's running smoother than it did on the R35S. I could be wrong, but it's running perfect. I don't hear any stutters. I'll try to get that guy. Too bad. These last few days of testing out Mario Kart or Mario 64 has given me a little bit more acclimation because I was doing really bad. Not that I'm doing well right now, but it had been a long time since I played this game, and I play Mario Kart on the Switch a lot, so like I'm acclimated to that. And this is it's like you're playing on ice, but the fundamentals are there. It's the basic same fundamentals as far as drifting goes, items go. Whoops, I didn't mean to drop it. So that might have been something to do with that button sticking or not sticking, because I didn't want to drop the banana at that point. Yeah, see, just the ergonomics of the my right shoulder button is stuck. So I got first, but there's issues. So guys, if you get this, these buttons might be tight. But it's a real easy fix. You just take off the 4 screws. Be careful with the battery. Actually, take the battery out first. And then you're probably just going to need to shave off a little bit of extra plastic on the button. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it's at the price this thing is at, there's going to be some, some shortcomings. The screen is amazing. The screen is beautiful. Let's see, laminated. It's much better than the R35S. I was trying to use the D-pad. So I'm a D-pad guy, but can't use it on Mario Kart. You shouldn't be able to, at least. Oh, what did I do there? Yeah, no D-pad in Mario Kart. It worked on the M17 because they had, and it did on the A390 because they had the D-pad mapped as the analog and the D-pad as the same thing. Oh, my button is stuck. Damn, yeah. The stuck button is a problem, so it's an easy fix, but it's gonna make it so that my gameplay is a little bit subpar. A little delay on that spin. You don't even need a grip really. It's comfortable enough to play. Like for me, I would only use that grip at home. And if I was to take this with me, I'd be able to happily play this in the DMV, sitting on a chair and just chilling, or in a plane. It's perfect, especially being that it has that battery latch, so you can get some spare batteries, and you won't have to worry about running out. And there's going to be like a lot of people saying always install custom firmware, but this firmware right here, I believe ArcOS and Emulation Station is it seems pretty good. I mean, just the way it is, just the cards are bad, so you need to learn to flash the image to the cards, to a new card, and copy everything over if you want to keep the stuff that was provided. Otherwise, you can get your own ROM list. Tiny, best, set, go. Remember those 4 words. Tiny, best, set, go. But yeah, to get your ROM list going, nice clean ROM list. I'm not going to take this shortcut because the button is sticking, but it's still allowing me to press it. That's interesting. Yeah, that's annoying. And when I say sticking, I don't mean like sticky. It's getting caught in there by the plastic. Like the plastic is a little too tight. I had to pull the button up. Uh-oh. Should have let go of the acceleration. So Mario Kart, you guys, the N64 runs great. If there's a game that you want me to test, let me know. I might not make a video about it, but I can tell you if it runs. Or if there's a game that you want to know if is included on the card, let me know and I can check. It's definitely not going to run all of N64, and it's definitely not going to run all of PSP. But I'm curious to see the performance of PSP on here compared to the performance that we had on the A390 the Game Max A390 that I played in the video. So I think I'm going to try to play the same PSP GTA and just see if it. Oh man, these palm trees get me every time. Just to see if it ran pretty well on A390. I was surprised. I'm sure there's like frame skip or something in the settings for PPSPP, but there's a lot of work that I need to do to get into those settings. There's a bunch of talk on Discord about it, so I know where to go, but I have yet to do it. All right, guys, that's Mario Kart. You see, it works. That's Nintendo 64. I'm gonna get out of here. Start select, and I'm gonna back out of here. We're gonna go. Let's check a little. You know what? Let's do the GTA first on PSP before anything else. And feel free to be fast forwarding, skipping, putting it on 0.15 or whatever you need to do to speed through this. If you guys feel this is just too slow, I don't mind. I'm just trying to get this out, just like all my videos. Until I get the editing going, I'm going to be rambling, thinking out of my mouth, and hopefully making some sense. I want to just get this going. It's starting up nicely. No stutter in the sound. All right, X or cross. Oh, little stutter. It might just be like compiling shaders. All right, I'm gonna skip this, guys. All right, guys. So this one doesn't have the Chinese subtitles like the A390 had. That's good. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna play it for a couple minutes, just a minute or two, or 3 or 4 or 5. Where am I going? Oh yeah, that's right. Last time I smashed my bike right here. I just want to get into that. Is that a Jeep? Oh, I just messed it up. Damn it. You know, I was noticing how the radio stations just keep changing while you're driving. Is that a normal thing? I've never played GTA on PSP. I've never even had a PSP, so PSP is all new to me. But it trips me out how the radio is constantly changing stations. Oh yeah, it runs smooth. What I noticed on the A390 is it seemed like when he was on foot, it was struggling a little bit more. But the sticks feel good. Actually, they feel better than the A390. I have more control. I can tell. Like the A390 felt like the stick was just straight up in cardinal directions. But no, I want to get out. Let's just see how it feels to move around on foot, because that's where it was glitching out. So okay, look at that. Oh, I see. I clicked the button again. I got to change that. It's trying to load a save state by pressing L3. That just doesn't work for me. See, it's running slow. All right, so you can see here PSP is going to run slow. I don't know if you consider this playable, but personally I don't. I'll play it for a minute here, but it seems like when you're driving it's okay, but right when you get on foot, it just gets all stuttery. So just be aware that it's not going to play all the PSP games. It's going to play the lightweight games. Same with N64. I guess Mario Kart is a lightweight game because it ran that really well. But It's weird how well this runs while driving, but on foot it gets all stuttery. Let's just cause some havoc and then we'll end it. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Alright, there's some people out there. Sorry for this, you guys. I don't mean to condone violence. It's a test. It's for science. Oh, she'll probably kick my ass. Oh, man, she went down quick. Oh, I don't want to kick her. I'm going to let her beat me up. Oh, yeah, kick me. I deserve it. Oh, that was harsh. All right, I'm going to say we're even. I'm going to run, okay? Nah, you never hit a woman. We're not even. But this dude right here, oh, he's a coward. He just ran. Where's a cop? I want a gun. Well, I guess I think that this game has foul language in it. I wasn't paying attention. You know, it's actually playable. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm running around. I'm having fun. It's playable, guys. This is playable. There's gonna be certain areas where there's some slowdown, but you know, don't buy this console for PSP. But it's a perk. Civilian dickhead. Sprinting. Let's get the semi. I couldn't get it. I don't really know the controls of this game yet. Come on. Can I get it while it's moving? I'm not driving very fast. Alright, I give up. A motorcycle. What? Oh, stomach. Gut punch. Damn, this guy's tough. Troy? Or boy? Yeah. The audio is a little bit stuttery. Nothing? Not gonna give me anything? Can I get this truck? Which button is it to get in? X? Or, oh, it's triangle. It's not cross. Alright. Alright. I hope the audio doesn't stutter like that the whole way through. It didn't stutter on the other vehicle as bad. Alright. There we go. There we go. This isn't bad, you guys. Wow, I'm impressed. Woohoo! I guess I should hit my brakes at some point. Can you guys recommend some games for me? I would love to know what you guys want to see. Broaden my horizons. Tell me some games that you guys like, and I'll do some gameplay. You guys can laugh at how bad I am. I'll cruise to the beach. On the center median. Oh, slow down. Where are we going? This is boring. Need some action. But this is pretty impressive, you gotta admit. I mean, it's like an open world game, 3D game, running on this tiny little handheld that costs $45. The audio is even pretty nice. I mean, it's a little stuttery, but the speaker itself, it doesn't sound too bad. Being that it's playing actual music in this game, I hope I don't get like a copyright strike or something. I don't know anything about YouTube yet, so this is all new to me. But I would like to do something in this game that I didn't listen to what my oh, that's a cop. Oh, his gun. I didn't listen to what my instructions were for the mission. All right, there we go. Oh, 3 of them. I didn't count on that. Come on, come on, come on. If I get wasted, that's fine. I'm going to end the game. Let's just see if I could take on all 3. It's a little bit wonky. We got batons and helmets. Are these like security guards that don't carry guns? Oh, I'm done. All right, you guys, that's GTA. What is it? Vice City Stories for PSP. So I'm going to end this one right here. And do a little bit more looking around. Wolfenstein, Scum VM, 2 games. No, I'm not going to do that right now. Options. Not going to bother with that. Favorites, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, this is a great little device. I just need to fix those back buttons. Definitely get this one over the R35S. It's better in every way. It looks better. It feels better. You can remove the battery and you can have spare batteries with you when you're traveling or on the go. Buttons feel better. Sticks are good. It's just these buttons in the back. They're loud and they stick, but that can be fixed. Just a couple screw holes. Be careful when you take it out, and you could kind of shave down the area that's sticking. Um, Man, I got so many videos and so many things I want to do, and I want to tell you guys, but I guess I have to kind of pace myself with things. Here's a little peek. We've seen this before, the chicken nugget Tetris, but I really want to open this. It's something that I've been wanting to do, so I'm going to do that on this channel soon. I have that, and this is something I might want to talk about too. This is the Hyperbase. This right here has like 70,000 AAA games. Runs on your computer. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive, and it's pretty badass. It's pretty shady too, though. Let's get all of those games for, I forget what the price I paid for it was. I'll get back to you guys on that. But here we are at the end of a video where I don't know what to say, and I'm probably going to ruin the whole video in the process. I talked about the grips, and instead of going into it too deep, let's just take one more look with this RobbDot3D. I want to give him a shout out because the dude has made like 4 of my grips now. And this one right here, this is cool. This is for the RGB30. It's made by the same guy, RobbDot3D on Etsy. I'll have him linked below. And this protects the screen for your RGB30. So take it out. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this without like damaging anything, because I'm new. I just got these, but it's a little tight. Yeah, it's not a problem because these lines right here make it so your screen never touches the plastic. So it works as a screen protector and a comfort grip. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Check that out. It's perfect. You know, while I'm showing you, I might as well. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay. RG35XX. This one has the haptic prints, shoulder buttons on it. Same with the purple side buttons. SakuraRetroModding PlayStation buttons are amazing. And this is the Crystal Gem skin. I think she kind of did something similar to what SakuraRetroModding does, and I have his skin, which is what I'm gonna replace this one because it got damaged. If you see right here, I don't know if we can show, but when I tried to slide it into this, it pulled up the skins on the end right here. I have another grip for the RG35XX, and this one's kind of cool because it has a stand. It doesn't have those big fat back parts to it, but it has legs, so it's still actually a really comfortable grip, and I like it. You're probably wondering why I have two, but that's because I have another one here, and that's because of SakuraRetroModding. He just sent me a bunch of stickers as a favor because he forgot a certain thing he promised me in a previous order. That was still a complimentary thing, but he sent me all the decals to make this thing just look sick. So I decided I want to buy one and mod it out. So I'll do that on another video. Sticker there, different buttons. You'll see. It's going to be fun. So yeah, these 3D printed grips on Etsy. And I think I have one more here I want to show you. This is a handheld I have yet to dive into yet, but it is an exciting one. And where did I put the grip for it? I'm sorry guys, because I'm not prepared. I am trying to find the grip. Here it is. Okay, take a look at this grip. See, there's the logo in there. I can't get the lighting right, but RobbDot3D. You see what that says? RG405V. This is my baby right here. This is my favorite device. And I haven't even started messing with it yet, but I absolutely love it. So I already knew when I got this device, this is for home. I'm not planning on taking this places. Maybe I will, but that's not my intention for it to be a portable device, or like a pocketable device, I should say. And I was hoping that the design itself would suffice, and it actually does. It's freaking amazing. But the buttons are a little too easy to actuate. So I decided to go with the grip 4. And I want to support this dude anyway because he's doing a good job. And he's making the grips. Whoops. He's making the grips that I wish everybody else would make, because none of them are making those big fat handles like that. But check this out. It's amazing. So now these buttons no longer become difficult to reach. They're still so sensitive to press because they have like a really light mechanical switch on them, but oh, this is so great. This device right here, this is a T618 chip, just like the X18 that I showed you guys. Let me know if you want to see a video on this one. So we got a lot of stuff here, and I just want to say one more thing. For the people that made it this far, all the way to the end of a, over an hour-long video. I don't know if I got any frame there, I hope not. But you see this right here? This is the A390 that I showed. I'm gonna give it to one of you guys when I get to 100 subscribers. I'm almost there. I can't believe how quick I got to 60. I don't know where I'm at now, but when I get to 100, I'm gonna give this away. I don't know if I can ship worldwide. So for right now, I can only guarantee that I will give this away to someone in the United States. Maybe I can do something like, if the winner is outside of the US, we can work out some kind of other arrangement where I give you a gift card or to Nintendo Switch eShop or Nintendo eShop or something. We'll figure it out. But I want my subscribers to know I appreciate them. And obviously, you know, I'm trying to build my channel. But I want to do giveaways. I got a lot of stuff to give away. Basically, all of this. I don't need all these handhelds. I love them. And I want to be able to do this. And I want to be able to play with them. But I don't want to hoard them. I'm not a handheld hoarder. And I like to spread the love. So I'll be doing a lot of giveaways. And I hope you guys will be here for my next video. Thanks for watching.